everybody. I think we're finally live. I think, hopefully. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we're good now. I should actually... Yeah, okay. I think I see it. Cool, thank you, the Dr. Epic, for that confirmation. Alright guys, as you know, today is a special version of Monster Strike News. We don't know what exactly is coming, but of course you've seen on the last Monster Strike News that this week's was in gold, and that was the same font they used when the year start news was going to start. So, of course, we should expect a bunch of good stuff. Not only a collab, I think, would be the bare minimum, but maybe... actually, I'm not sure what else would come right now, because we just got an update. We just got a set of buffs. We just got... yeah, I mean, really, there's only a collab that we can really bank on as something to be excited for. Of course, like I said on the last gacha video, there's always a chance that we'll see a Valentine's Alpha series come up, which is... I don't know. Definitely seen the fact that these alpha monsters are insanely strong, but you know, they're only available for a super limited time, which is always a bummer to see. You know, it's just one and done, but it's not really, because it comes back like every 3 or 4 months, which is interesting, but still kind of a bummer when you can't get them, right? So we'll see. True, with what, I guess there's a chance Pandora could be on the docket for getting a Transcension. Who else? Who's the oldest Guardians left? Can't even remember at this point. I don't even know how to search for it, but yeah, there's a nice Transcension could come. You know, maybe Independence will finally be stop being left behind, because she is the oldest one still who hasn't gotten that Transcension party yet. And I mean, she is pretty old, so the fact that she hasn't got one yet is pretty sad. I think I want that audio on. There you go. Alright. But yeah, I mean, we're just gonna be chilling out here. There's not much to do. I think they're supposed to go over like the top videos of the last year or so. I don't think they're supposed to be talking for the next 30 minutes, but we'll see. Anyways, I don't know, how have you guys been doing with that Izanami quest? I was able to get through level 5 using, you know, at least 3 Loreleis, which was nice. The last one, of course, I had to use the helper items, you know, the heart, extra HP, as well as the HP reducing item, 10% at the start of every stage. I don't know. I'm trying to do the question mark, but every time I swap out Lorelei for someone else, I just feel like I'm not getting as much progress. But the problem with Lorelei is I can't move around, and I usually end up getting hit pretty hard, which sucks. Oh no, this thing is getting cut off. There you go, let's fix that. is this not resizing properly? I just have to do it like this. Let's see. SSA Chicory. I guess all we can do is talk about Hina girls while we're. That's not a bad idea. New single comes out next week. Sonna koto nai yo. Okay, it's a pretty good song. It's a, given what they've uploaded on YouTube. Seishun no Uma is really good. Naze from Factory, which is tied into the drama Dasada. You should also watch that. Alright, we shouldn't go too far off track. Hope if there is a collab it doesn't interest me too much. Used my orbs on that special gacha and got 2 no. I mean, that is definitely Mixie's plan, right? Use up your orbs on a gacha with limited monsters, only to toss this big collab in there, which forces you to buy more orbs. That is definitely a big worry. To not get too salty in Discord, not fun, cheap difficulty, I refuse to call it content. I mean, sure. I can see that angle for sure. It is nothing new, it's just extra HP, extra attack. But I will say it did make me think about positioning like the old school Izanami did back in the day, right? Like if you're not in the right spot at the right time, you would die. And that was part of the difficulty of it. And it does kind of bring you back to how that was, which is alright. Let's see, do you ever sing their songs at karaoke? Well, I don't really go to karaoke around here, so unfortunately, I really don't sing at all. And the fact that nobody else I really know in real life, none of my friends know about, the J-pop scene at all, so kind of hard to bust that out, I don't want to subject them to many songs of a language that they don't even understand, so unfortunately not. If the question stages are to be a future trend, imagine how fun Yamato's gonna be. Ugh. Let me think about how Izanagi will be. Izanagi back then was really hard, and if we have damage bumped up to that level, I am afraid to think how that goes. Cause even then, right, like when they get that anger mode happened, right? That was pretty much game over unless you were really lucky. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, me too, Lolo. I am still working on that question mark stage. I mean, I haven't tried too much, but I mean, it is a tanky stage for sure. Full Metal Alchemist. Well, I mean, I do agree that it is probably going to be a really strong, that's not very strong, but really popular club, right? Because I mean, it's been a while since we've had this kind of gap in between collabs, and so if they are building up to one, I would imagine it being a big one. And we've seen definitely with the latest trend that these collab monsters are really strong, so I'm sure it won't disappoint. Just the only fact is that, well, it's the fact that it's a limited time is always the rough part. Now for me, if we got a revival of like Sailor Moon or something, that would be great. I mean, that is the one collab that actually full comped. I got all 3, which was a miracle in itself, but they really don't get that much use. Sailor Mercury I use probably the most out of all of them. It's a shame that Sailor Moon doesn't get more use out of her, but yeah. But other than that, I really don't. I mean, I say it every time. I really don't follow anime that much, so I probably won't get too excited about anything that's very Japan specific. If it is global specific, there's always not specific, but globally popular. There's always a chance. that I could latch onto that. But oh, I mean, that is an interesting thing. We've already hit all 5 elements of Doraemon, right, with their collab. So I wonder if we're still gonna have a Doraemon collab, or if we're gonna see a transition to something else. That's interesting. But yes, March is definitely our usual Doraemon collab. Venus was great. Yeah, I mean, but anything can work in Dark Time Trial too, right? Like, I mean, sure, it is. It's good to have one strong monster that'll help out. Period. But yeah. Oh yeah, Izanagi. I mean, as a monster, Izanagi is pretty awful. But unless you meant the stage, yeah, it was rough. Still kind of salty. I started playing JP literally 2 weeks after Yu-Gi-Oh left. Yeah, I mean, that's always a rough thing to find out once you find this game and like, oh, what's out there, and you see that a collab you love already came and left. But also think about it this way: when you first start a collab, there's gonna be monsters that there's gonna be events that you cannot complete. And for example, the Queen Metalia quest would be very impossible to do as a newbie, and it also kind of sucks, on the other hand, where like when you're first starting, you want to get all these collab monsters, but you literally can't because of your account being so new. I don't know. But of course, you could reset Marathon to make sure you get your favorite monster, so that's also that too. Guaranteeing you're starting with a monster that you like, not bad. Do do do. Monster Hunter collab rerun. Monster Hunter. Man, that's a series that I could never get into, unfortunately. My brother keeps trying to get me into it, but I just can't. Hi, cat. Has a hurt? Yeah, I mean, the learning curve is hard. Or I would say hard. It is definitely. There's a lot to learn, but I don't know. It's just the gameplay aspect of it never really caught on for me, so never really played more than a very little amount. Pokemon collab, ooh, that would be scary for sure, but working with a big alright. Mixie was able to work with Disney, so I guess anything is possible at that point. So but Pokemon collab would be very interesting. Godzilla collab, oh yeah, that really awkward diagonal laser beam that the Godzilla monsters had, that was pretty hilarious. So unfortunately not much use, but yeah, that'd be cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a thing. Line collab, yeah. I think I joined just after Line collab. No, I actually started the JP version once, and then my apartment got broken into and they stole my tablet. And so around then, I think, is when the American version started. So I just started that, and then after that, when NA died, then transitioned over to JP version fully. But yeah, There were some real good OG collabs. Do we have any big anime releases? That's a good question. One Piece collab. Now that would suck up a lot of money from people for sure. That's quite popular. Let's see. February. What? There's Goblin's Crown. Digimon Adventures. Yeah, so Digimon is coming out in February. Shimajiro to Shirobako. Ultraman is coming out in March, and of course Doraemon's in March. Purikua, Fate Stay Night in March, and then April we've got Metate Conan. So Conan, Detective Conan would be great as a collab. That's something I'm actually interested in. Interesting. Shadow Baron. Yeah, they're just going over their past video rankings. So of course, you know that rank 2, of course, Hikakin deciding to step away from the M4. Pretty emotional moment for sure. And of course, the most popular video is Lucifer's Transcension reveal. That was really amazing. You know, it was right. There was talks. It could be possible. It could be possible. But you know, was still kind of early. But you know, seeing that actually be the thing, and the way that they revealed it was really nice. Right? They had the feathers coming down, and then the light turned to purple. So about, I'd say, 70% of the audience knew for sure what that meant. And then they had this anime showing, Lucy in the attack, and then showing that double energy circle, right? Like, that was really awesome. Alright, folks, we are about 3 minutes away from Monster Strike News starting, so... Ooh, I should actually probably tweet that. Let me tweet something to make sure. But let's not forget that the fact that this game has survived for 6 years is quite a feat. Pretty crazy. Yes, Monster Strike News does start in about 2 minutes. So.
私はどれも面白くて気に入っています。私もこれからたくさんの動画に登場できたら嬉しいな。これからもモンスト公式チャンネルをよろしくお願いします。
Alright, that's all tweeted and I think we're ready to go.
最後のコンテンツに参ります。モンストニュース。それではまたお会いしましょう。ソロモンでした。バイバイ。
Alright. That's it for Solomon. We are going to transition to Monster Strike News. This is what everybody's waiting for. Let's see what we have in store. Ooh man, did you see those old thumbnails back when it was still in Maximarize old Jimusho? Alright, here we go guys. Alright.
配信のご覧の皆さんも今もしかしたら書き込みで来てるのかな。
そうですね。
ぜひぜひね皆さん見ていってください。
はい。
はい。それではまずいきますか。
はい。まずはおさらいからです。
はい。
はい。こちらご覧ください。じゃーん。
Alright, so to celebrate Valentine's Day starting tomorrow, the old Valentine's quest will be coming back. So you got Caramelize, Cocoa, Tarte and Torte, and Lady Dolce will be available from February 10th to February 14th, Japan time. And of course, Monster Strike Day is just about to come up. As you can see the items there, we got a Tokudama, got the Waku Waku stick, and for those of you who have three of the lucky monsters, you will get an extra Ableberry scroll. So, make sure you take advantage of Monster Strike Day tomorrow. Whoops! The Kauke just said everything was over. Slight mistake there. The review is over. Let's take a look at the table of contents for today. Oh, Transcension news. And this is a Transcension Kai for Monst. Wow. Woo. So Monst, aka World, is getting a Transcension Kai. That's not a big surprise given the order. His name is Another World. We got a super balanced type. Oof. That is a nice art, I think. Okay, it is super null gravity barrier with what? Super null gravity barrier with gravity barrier slayer. Connect skill has Mind Super M and SS turn reducer. The requirement is the type must be, there must be two different types. Strike shot is power up and delay, so that's no difference. Bump is the super homing 18 with the fan out shot 10. So I mean, super no gravity barrier with the gravity barrier slayer is nice, and if the connect skill isn't too difficult, so having that shouldn't be too bad.
連れていけば活
Um,
動するという結構やりやすいかなと。
そうですね。はい。
と思い
not
ますね。
bad.
出産短縮もあるので、まあターン24ター
ふん
ンとかね、
ふんふんふん
21ですけれども、
はい
打ちやすくなるんじゃないで
いや
すかね。
この遅延が言ったら、
うん。
その早く打てるって
はい。
結構なんていうんですか
Interesting,
もう一方
interesting.
的なことはできる感じもしますけどね。いやこれは本当
That's not too bad. Given what we've seen with other,
はい。
you know, Transcension Kais,
こちらになります。じゃん。
not too much complaints. Of course, Mondays will be live at the usual time, Tuesday noon Japan time. So, not bad. It could have been worse.
はい。いや、ワールド重視の限り。
Still hate the Connect skills as you need to pay for it by doing so many gachas.
はい。使ってみたもお楽しみにと。
You need to pay for it by
そ
doing
れで
so
は
many
続い
gachas.
て参りましょう。
続いていきますか。
はい、こちらをご覧ください。
人は悩み、
Oh, what is this?
悲しみを自ら生み続ける。滅びもまた救済。そう考えていた。だが
Oh,
慈愛、強さ、
you
可
got
能性、
Miroku?
希望、信じてみたくなった。人が紡ぐ未来。救いの道は一つではない。新たな道を照らす希望。
Ha
私が守る。
That is very nice art. Miroku Transcension is coming. Very nice. Miroku Transcended.
ね本当むちゃむちゃかっこいいじゃないですか。
はい、もう美しいですし。
That is nice art.
ちゃんと着ていて。
いや素敵な。
Very nice.
はい、もう背景の淡い感じとね、
ね
ミロクのこの力強い色彩がね、素晴らしいですね。
素敵ですね。
はい、それでは見てまいりましょう。
はい
反射ゲージ。
Alright, let's see what her stats are here. We've got no block, fire resist, bump combo times 2. On the gauge, you got flight, recovery, fire slayer. Strike shot is turn to pierce, and damage while gravity barriers, warps, and mines are nulled. That's a 12 plus 8. Main bump is the super static electricity. Sub is super defense down blast. Woo! That is a lot of stuff there.
しかもストライクショットも、こ
Um,
の無効化が
そうですよね。
wow.
出ちゃうと。
言ったらまあ
Wow, wow, wow.
バリアワープもうほぼほぼ。
I mean, block, flight.
はい。
Okay, so I guess you only have
そしてです
two
ね、フュージョンコンボ。
two abilities, but you have the all nulls every 3 turns, so that's 12 plus 8. So that's not bad. Especially the fact that you get to resist fire, you get double the bump combos, and you get recovery and a slayer on it. That
にもボスにも
is a lot. And the fact that the double bump combo is static electricity and defense down blast. If
いやー、かなり嬉しいですね。
wow.
いや素晴らしい。
Right? If she's the one moving around, right? And you hit a blast character, then
はい。
確かに。
はい。そして
Ooh.
こちらもございます。じゃーん。
oh, and of course there. Woo!
はい。
例えばそうですね。
Very nice. Since there is a Christmas version of Miroku, there is a Miroku version transcended. That looks amazing as well.
後ろの
Uh-oh.
はい。
ツリーになっちゃったりして。
Um,
嬉しいですね、ちゃんともうその世界で。
this is very nice.
いやいい。
Very nice.
はい。はい、ということで、こちら素材はこのようになっております。
Balance type. She is a balance type.
はい。こちらご確認
And, you know, as expected, that will be available on February 11th, noon, just as Mundus's Transcension Kai will be available.
人が紡ぐ未来を信じようキャンペーンとして、こちらですね、対象ツイートをリツイートするとギフトコード
Oh yeah, and of course they'll have a standard campaign going along with these transcensions. If you retweet, there's a chance you can get some prizes.
商品をプレゼント。
No guarantee that they'll actually come to those of you outside of Japan, but it can't hurt,
も
right?
しかしたらサグラダ・ファミリアが完成しているかもしれないということで、スペイン旅行 方です。もしかしたら行った時に完成するかも
Okay,
ね。
there's a
そうですそうです。
there's a Spain trip there too.
お肌の未来を守るフェイススチーマーなど
あ、大事。
はいございますの
10
で、
年後の肌が大事になってきますからね。
大事未来大事見ていきましょうね。はい
大事ですからね。
はい、
うん
皆さんお楽しみに。
ぜひ皆さんキャンペーンしてもらえればと思います。
See, I forget.
ということでね、2月11日
I think I have one. Did I end up getting one on my main?
盛りだくさんですね。はい。
楽しみですね。
Oh,
ストライカーたちよ、指令を伝える。モンストに鬼が潜んでいるとの噂ある。鬼狩りとしての最初の仕事である。こうしてかかれ。こら
ooh, listen to the crowd. Actually, okay, guys, sorry. I'm gonna turn off the sound because I know this is gonna. I don't want to deal with the garbage of. Okay, there you go.
モンスターストライクとテレビアニメ鬼滅の刃コラボ決定いたします。
All right, so that means the next collab is gonna be Kimetsu no Kaiba. This is a really popular one. Even though that I don't follow anime at all, I've certainly heard people talking about this all over the place. Okay.
決定でございますよ。
Demon Slayer, I guess, is the English name of that. So, given the reaction in the crowd, and given the fact that I know everybody's talking about it right now, Kimetsu no Yaiba,
素晴らしいでございますが、
everybody's talking about it, I feel like. Even the, the Hinata girls I follow.
思っております。
There's a bunch of them that follow that too, so that's also why I know about it. So,
だけではございますが、
um,
ご紹介いたしましょう。
they're gonna show a little bit about it. Kamado Tanjiro, Kamado Nezuko
炭治郎とかまどねずこが登場いたします。
will be coming to Monsters, right?
今回はね、ちょっとこちらの、2つのキャラクターだけご紹介できればなという感じ
So they will only be showing these two characters today, but let's go over their details
でございます。
real quick.
いや、本当楽しみですね。
モンストに来てくれて嬉しいですね。
嬉しいですね。もう本当エフェクトもかっこいいです。
素晴らしいですね。
そして続いてこちら。
And of course, with every collab, they always come out with goods as well as stuff for the cafe. So if you are in Japan, go take a visit to the store. You can get some cool limited edition items featuring these characters.
チェックしていただければと思います。よろしくお願いいたし
お願
ま
いし
す。
ます。
はい、ということでそんな鬼滅の刃コラボですがこちら。はい、続報と詳細については
Alright, so more details on this collab will be coming next Monster Strike News, which is at it's at an earlier time. Wednesday 4 p.m. Japan time, so it is one day earlier than usual, so make sure you don't miss that because we're gonna have some good details there.
ぜひ皆さんね、2月12日お楽しみに。
楽しみに。
はい、ということでここからはさらばちさんパナエさんにお返しします。それではバイバイ。
Oh, they're ending with that. Okay, I guess they're only showing the characters. There's really not much more after that.
いろいろ発表されましたね。
Alright, so
というわけでね、このお時間
that might be it actually.
長らく生放送してまいりましたモンスターストライクでパーティーもエンディングのお時間となります。
Nope, they are kicking off the ending, so that might be it. Let's see if they do any.
どうしようかな。あ、じゃあ石破さん。お。今日初めてスタジオ来たんですよ。今日初めてね。スタジオに初めてずっとスターにいてくださったので、いかがでしたか？
ちょっとこれだけのメンツを前に私が言うのはちょっとあれなんですけども、久しぶりにモンストの公式のいわゆるバラエティ系の企画に出させていただいて、
Well, okay, I mean, at least for me, at least I don't have to worry about too much stuff tonight. I was expecting a lot more summarizing to do, but this should be really quick, thank God. But
あとはどうしようかな。じゃあタク王になったお二人。白黒ペア。
but yeah,
あ、じゃあシンさんから。
Kimetsu to Kimetsu no Yaiba.
いやでも本当もう朝からいろいろなもの出させていた
That
だい
looks
て
it looks like that's it.
まあ
However, Monster Strike news is gonna be on the 12th, which is one day earlier than usual. So
ちょっと多くは語らないんですけど
there's not that many days to wait for more details. I guess all we got. I thought they were gonna go into details of those two characters that they showed, but looks like they're just gonna save that for what's it? Where we get full details.
代表というかちょっとコメント振られたのかかなりびっくりしてて
Yeah, that seems like it's it.
ありがとうございました。本当にたくさんの方がずっと見てくださって、多分最初から最後まで見てくださった方もいらっしゃるんじゃないかと思うんですけれども、本当にモンスターストライクってこんなバラエティをやってもこんなにたくさんの人が見てくれるなんて本当に愛されてるゲームなんだなとその中に入れることが本当に光栄ですし、本当に今日は嬉しい気持ちでいっぱいです。ありがとうございます。あとは個人的には鬼滅すごく好きなので楽しみにしてます。ありがとうございます。
Yep. There could be a twist at the very end just before they sign off. You never know, but
今もうね衣装がね戻ってらっしゃるのでちょっとじゃあ直樹
now the question is that small the theme song being running in the background of the anime. Am I gonna be able to survive that, or am I gonna get content claimed again, and then this whole video is just gonna not be able to survive in the archive? I have no idea, but I muted it as fast as I could. We'll see. That's always annoying to deal with, but... And let's make this clear. This YouTube channel is on my personal account, so if something really bad happens to my personal account, that's not good. So, okay, so we're going over the rewards of the live stream. So we've got 1 Waku Wakumin and 1 Fuerte Biscuit coming, along with 5 of each of the Dragon Gems, as well as Library giving double drops on gold eggs. Of course, that doesn't apply to Impossible Plus monsters. Quests, we got an Edaberu Bell coming, as well as 5 of each of the Morling X's. And we got a Stamina Min coming, as well as 2 Miracle Mins.
ミラクルミア2個ということになります。これでかいな。はい、ということでまたね後日ね届くと思うので皆さんお待ちください。はい。
Pretty good haul of items.
に関しましてですが、ツイートキャンペーンのツイート数の件数が 100%、超えました。めちゃくちゃちょっとね。
And the tweet campaign also passed the goals, so
ギフトコード5000円を100名様にプレゼントさせていただきます。
lots of miscellaneous rewards coming.
ツイッターの DM で当選の方のみご連絡。
Of course, if you took advantage of the Twitter campaign, you will get a DM from their official campaign account.
ハッシュタグボンパ2020つけてツイートしていただければと思います。今日いっぱいかな。はい、綺麗になっております。はい。さあ、ということで、いやー長い時間生放送を。
Alright, that seems like that's it. We'll see if there's any blackout before they end, but it seems like they're just ending it naturally right now. Lucky monsters are already up, so... Alright! Well, that is it. Not so much worrying about having to summarize all this, but we got Transcension Kai, we got a regular Transcension from Miroku, and then we've got the next collab, which is gonna be Kimetsu no Yaiba. Not bad. Of course, if you are a fan of that anime, and like I said, it seems like it is the hottest thing going around right now. It should be a pretty exciting one. We all know how broken collabs have been lately, so we'll see how hard they go in that. And since it has been a while since... Oh, let's please do not go to the next video. Well, I guess you can see all the other types of videos that I watch now. Actually, let me... Why don't we hide that? Okay, so we all know how broken the anime or collabs have been, so we can expect some pretty strong monsters, I believe. And since it is very popular, I'm sure it cost Mixie a lot of money too. So they probably are going to want to make back as much as they can. So that means that these monsters are probably going to be extra broken as well. So we'll see. Again, I know zero about the anime. Just that it's popular based on people talking about it. So I'm okay about it. I guess we'll see if there's anything on the next news, which again is one day earlier than usual. It is not on I guess for those of you who are in the West Coast, it's not that Wednesday midnight slot. It is going to be Tuesday at midnight. Okay. All right, Tuesday, 24 o'clock. There you go. So make sure you don't miss out because we're going to get a lot of Monster Strike collab news there. I know a lot of people saw that there was an announcement with Othelania. That's another game, but that seems like it's going to be another one of those one-sided collabs where Monster Strike monsters go over to that collab but not come into here, which, you know, is not surprising. We've seen that happen quite often. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. There's not much more to talk about. So for those of you who joined in on the stream, and let's see, I'm sure I can see a stat summary here. Oh wow, there were 30 of you right now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I will say thank you very much for joining in. It was a lot of fun, even though it was pretty short. We'll see if there's any other big events. I'll try to do the same. And of course, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe for my channel. I would appreciate it. Hit the like, that's always nice too. And make sure to follow the Twitter account, Monst. That's where I post as much as I can to give the latest news there. And you can always follow ScottNackYT if you want notifications when this YouTube channel updates, assuming I don't forget, which happens maybe half of the time. All right, thanks for watching. Bye bye.